Hello and welcome back to Saints Row. Last time we completed the Carnales storyline, or the Los Carnales if you will. And now we'll be starting with some activities, something to do with driving. So let's go here to the Altar Dome and start a demo derby.
Are you crazy, man? The derby's about to start. If you're just standing around out here, you could get really hurt. Woo! Don't mind my brother, he's just being a pussy. Hop in a car, man. There ain't nothing better than smashing cars for money.
Is that how you participate in a demo derby? Just
Sure.
walk into the arena when it's going on and just hop in a random car? I don't
Maybe.
think that's how it goes.
Well, maybe not where you're from.
That seems irresponsible in many ways. So yeah, that was the first level of demo derby.
Yeah.
Just destroy one car.
You did it.
Yay! But let's skip ahead a little bit. This is quite self-explanatory, I feel. Also, goddamn, that announcer is loud. Damn, missed.
Holy shit! These hydraulics.
Yeah, I was expecting to just kind of harmlessly, glance off the barrier there, but clearly the physics engine had other ideas. But we shall not talk about that again. We are fine. We are totally fine. That guy's not totally fine.
Yeah, you know what? You nailed the landing. That's all that counts.
Yep, we only got one kill there, sadly, because I didn't get the final hit on the other car before it blew up, so...
Oh, we're playing on Smash Bros. Rules. Got it.
Yep.
Oh, you're good, I think.
Yeah, that is a pretty easy way to make some cash.
Alright, what do you get?
Well, we of course unlock the demo derby cars. For our per usual. And that's about it.
Oh.
And this is also the only instance of the demo derby activity because, well, it takes place at the arena and there's only one arena, so... So that's all of that. But a very easy way to make some money if you happen to need some. Over here on the other side of the Altar Dome, we have some more car-related stuff.
Okay, people, if you're not at the line in 5, you're not racing. Look, hun, if you want to race...
Is that a Dreamcast tank top?
Yeah, looks a bit like it.
Fucking repping the dream. Holy shit.
Yeah, so we have changed our look a little bit. It'll change a bit more once I get back to the barber. Because the black ponytail kind of makes us look like Tommy Wiseau, especially with the leather jacket, so I would generally want to avoid that. So here's racing. I am in the Venom, which is a sports car, and we are racing against some other sports cars. The problem here, of course, is that the Venom is way slower than any of these.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, these are Zeniths, and I think there's an Attrazione in there as well, or... I think that was the, what the hell was that called? Furtherlands, yeah. So yeah, these are basically a completely different car class. Like, this should be supercars, while we are a normal sports car. So, even though I am just hammering on the nitro button, I can't catch up to this guy.
Holy shit.
I thought this was the AI cheating, but it's not. It's just using a horribly overpowered car, which I guess is technically a form of cheating. It's really more from the game design standpoint rather than any rubber banding or anything like that. I still thought I could do this. Just pretty neck and neck. But then... Well, this happened.
Oh no!
So at that point I decided I think I'll cheat as well and show up in a horribly overpowered vehicle of my own once I drive all the way there back from the hospital. Thanks lads for not letting me restart instantly. That would have made it less bullshit. So we have now switched to the FBI car, which is technically an SUV, so, you know, all the opponents will also be in SUV class cars. But this also happens to be at least as fast as our Venom from the previous race.
Ah.
So we are going to absolutely walk this once we get past them in this early, like, slower section. So we are now in the lead and they will never see us again.
Well, this seems a lot harder than the ones in San Andreas.
Well, maybe a little. I mean, the sports car one was just bullshit because the AI is using cars that, well, are not normally available in, like, traffic. You can find them spawning around town or you can buy them at the car dealership. But, yeah, that's a little bit cheeky if you ask me.
I see.
So any sports car you can find just driving around is gonna be way slower than any of those. If you're using one of the slower car classes, you should be okay in this. Obviously we are completely obliterating these guys at this point because we are in the FBI car, which is just completely overpowered in any way. In every way, I should say. But as you will be able to see in a moment, even when we show up in a car that is not completely broken, we will still have a fairly easy time with all of this. And yeah, the final race of each tournament, I guess, is basically all the checkpoint race routes as one marathon race. So I'm basically just showing all of the races here in one.
Appreciate it, so we don't have to see the same course multiple times.
Yeah, and there's also like 3-lap races as well as a point-to-point race, which is just one checkpoint on the other side of town. Or, well, not other side of town, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't bother showing those off, because who cares? So there are some fairly tricky spots here on this course as well. We are still, of course, completely blitzing this. But there are some pretty narrow spots where you can kinda trip up. I do wonder who keeps setting up these checkpoints with all the fire and the exploding barrels.
Is it Dreamcast lady?
Well, I guess. That one was pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Well, at least our car is wide enough to actually fit through that. Just gotta get your line completely right, because, well, otherwise that's not gonna go so well for you. But again, we are winning by approximately a country mile, so...
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Yeah, even if we tripped up here, it wouldn't matter. Somebody is calling for our arrest. That's just rude. And some pedestrians do walk into the fire and get lit up, so good job.
You did it!
Yay! And that was a completely fair race. And what we get is a discount when customizing our car, which who gives a shit? Oh, sorry about that. I didn't really have control. So next up, we head downtown in a slightly different vehicle.
You're fucking kidding me. Come on, just because one cornbread mother... Alright, fine. Can you believe this shit? Last week, one of the racers took out some kid when taking a turn. He got off, no problem, but no one's seen the chump since, and people are getting nervous. All I need is one more racer to get this shit started. You down?
Alright, so we are in a different car. This is a Nelson, which is basically a BMW M3. And the design I have gone with is it's basically supposed to be the BMW from Need for Speed Most Wanted, albeit in Saints colors. And well, it is a fairly rough approximation because there are not that many options that I could really create a proper replica of that, but I did what I could. I don't think I even used the nitro at any point in the previous race.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we don't really need that in this either because you can see we're already pulling ahead quite convincingly.
Yeah, you just needed that little boost to get you ahead of that dude.
Yeah. And yeah, in this race, the other cars are, well, they are basically identical to ours. Very similar in performance, so I'm not sure why we are actually winning this convincingly. Like, yeah, I did use the boost, of course, but that still shouldn't guarantee victory like this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd just take it and run with it at this point, I guess.
I guess we just might be doing a better job, well, driving than the AI.
Always a possibility.
This is one of the better cars in the game in terms of handling. And pretty good speed as well. On my first playthrough way back when, my personal vehicle of sorts was a Nelson. With a slightly different paint job and all that, but still, I just kinda liked how it handled. Yeah, it was the car I used the most when just driving around.
Yeah, that's fair.
The traffic, of course, trying to get in our way here. Quite frequently, but that's not a problem. Now, what might be a problem is this bridge here, because well, we'll see. This brown bit here with the drawbridge and stuff. This is basically driving on ice. There's no grip on that brown stuff at all.
Oh, jeez.
You touch the analog stick when you're driving across that, and you will end up in the wall.
Oh no. So you basically gotta make sure you're lined up perfectly when you approach it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you glance the wall, it's okay, probably. But of course, the physics in this game being what they are, that might still cause some issues. You might flip over or something like that.
Yeah, you don't want to end up in the drink or get stuck in the bridge and catapulted into the sky.
Yeah. Definitely not, so we managed to avoid that. That's pretty nasty as well, but since we are not exactly, like, pushing very hard at this point, it's not too hard to hit all the corners. I was a little bit worried about this one though, because, you know, jumping like that and landing on the nose of the car might cause some issues, but not this time, thankfully.
Did we just drive through, like, the place where, the Saints would set up shop, in 2?
I think we did, but I'm a little bit more worried about that guy who just went to space.
Oh, he'll be fine.
I'm sure.
Yeah, this neighborhood just looked kind of familiar to me, is all.
Yeah, I think we are in the red light district. That is in this general area. So then we have the final set of races in the Carnales territory, well, the former Carnales territory, which is now ours.
Hey man, what's up?
I wonder whose face that is.
You didn't see any... Cool, that's straight. You know what I mean. Look, I know of a couple of races that are about to go down if you're interested. Just to let you know, the tuners around here don't play nice with guys they don't know, so be careful out there, okay?
3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, this last one is probably the hardest. Well, this is not necessarily the last one, this could have been the first one. But the races in this set are probably the hardest because these courses are really quite tricky. Now this here is level 7, which is a point-to-point race. I want to show this off because this is bullshit. First we get stuck on these guys. On the opening stretch, which is fine, we can catch up. Especially with some help from the boost. Just try to avoid the other vehicles.
And the rollers, I guess?
No, there are no rollers around here. There are only saints here. I think we might have run over some of them. Yeah, that's definitely one of the saints. Sorry about that.
Wait, then why is the gang bar blue then? And who was shooting at you?
That's the police bar.
Oh, right, duh.
And the shooting was... The saints were shooting at the other racers because they thought the racers are kinda hassling us.
Okay.
Okay, so here, finish line in sight. I'm giving him plenty of space. And then just fucked.
Damn, so close.
That happened to me 2 or 3 times. So I was not particularly happy about that, but I did eventually get it so we can get to the last one. And I can show off the main routes.
I'm surprised no one has driven into Dreamcast Lady, in any point in what you've shown off.
Yeah, no, not on these ones, but that definitely did happen more than a couple of times. So here we take a nice trip around the docks. Kinda reminding me of Shenmue almost, where we would race forklifts around docks like this. Not hitting pedestrians on them though, which is of course very boring. I mean, it's really their own fault for standing around. For once, physics actually worked on one of the opponents.
Hell yeah!
I wasn't actually even trying to take him out, but at that point I was like, alright, fine, I'll take it. After getting that done to me quite a few times in the previous level of this tournament, and that is the wrong way, the minimap wasn't being very helpful at that point, I don't think. But that's okay, we still have a pretty decent lead. So we just gotta... Oh yeah, we do now have a wanted star actually, so the cops will actually shoot at us now. But we have the saints to protect us, so we have nothing to worry about. Everything is fine. It's not a proper race unless someone is shooting at you. So, let's see here. Heading to Cecil Park and... Ooh, that was a little bit more vicious than I would have preferred, but we did manage to keep it under control somewhat. Yeah, I'm driving a bit sloppy here, to be honest.
You're probably fine.
Yeah, but I still have a whole bunch of tricky spots here on this course and don't really want to screw up too many times. And there the minimap is just really confusing.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, I like the fact it's showing the ones up ahead, but there it was just really throwing me off. But we didn't lose that much time in all of that, so that's okay. Oh, no sign of the other racers, so we should be mostly alright. Even if I'm not exactly hitting all the apexes properly, or like perfectly. So let's just... Easy does it, easy does it. Don't go too fast. That's really the biggest mistake you can make at this point. Just pushing too hard and then something stupid like that happens.
Right.
But at least I managed to keep it pointing in the right direction, even though I think the AI did catch up a bit. Don't go into that turn too fast, you will end up in the pole. Or you just bounce off the curb and just fly wherever. Neither of which is optimal, and there I just kind of forgot where I was going. Which also isn't optimal, but it's still fine. The AI has definitely caught up a little bit right now, but that's fine. Yeah, there's a lot more of these sort of narrow bits on this course. You have to drive around warehouses and train tracks and all that stuff. not as many wide open areas. But that's fine because the finish line is in sight, and that seems to be placed right in front of a cliff, which we are currently veering towards.
Oh dear.
So anyway, we have now won all of the racing events, and all we get is a discount on customization. Yay! And just barely got it stopped there, so thanks guys. Good placement of the finish line there. Probably on purpose.
Yeah.